We are packing a punch with chicken lollipops. They are smoky, saucy, sweet and savory, great for any occasion, and let's dig in. Oh man. Hi, I'm Austin Granger, corporate chef here at Traeger Grills. I'm going to show you one of our top-rated recipes on our website is chicken lollipops. So let's just get right into this. I'll show you how to do it. Super easy. Takes a little bit of time, but you're going to love them. All right, so we have our raw chicken drums here. So the first thing we're going to want to do here is take a sharp knife around the bone, trying to get through all the skin, tendons until it's completely loose. So you got to go with a little bit, you don't have to go too hard, but just kind of roll it like this. And then you can take your scissors here. These are just some shears. If you have a clean pair of gardening shears, pruning shears, those work great too. These are just some smaller ones. So once you get it like that, you can see that we've gotten through everything and we're just showing the bone. So we are going to push that down a little bit like this. And then we have this top part right here, and you can just kind of take your thumb and just kind of peel it off. Some are going to be a little bit harder than others, but they should come off pretty easy. And if you can't get all the way off, just take your shears here and just kind of cut the excess away. So you got that over there. We'll just put that over there. Other thing we're going to do is take out this little pin bone here. So you can see this. It's sticking up right there. So we just kind of give it a quick snap it, take our shears, kind of feel it out in there, and clip. And we're just going to want to set this on side so we don't get it in any of our food. So when it's finished, we don't want that in there. All right, so once we have that, it's pretty much what you want it to look like. So I'll show you how to do one more. Same thing, around, kind of rolling it. Take your scissors, cut that. Here, kind of take your thumb and remove the skin from the top of the bone. Next thing we're gonna do is get our pin bone out, which is gonna be different in all of them, but you can see, I'll kind of show you with our shears here. It's this little piece that's sticking out right here. So this one. And we just want to give that a little break. Now you can really see it right there. And we'll just take our shears, go in there, and snip it out. We don't want anyone to eat that, possibly choke on it. So, all right. So, push that meat down there, get the skin down, cut out any of those tendons. There we go. And voila, we have our lollipop there. All right, so the next thing we're gonna go into is seasoning these. We got 18 to do, so not a whole lot of time. So we're using our pork and poultry rub. Great on pork and poultry. Versatile seasoning, sweet, savory, all the flavors you want. All right, so with these, we're just gonna wanna go all the way around here. Nice heavy coating of seasoning. Just gonna spin it around using the bone as a little handle. And we are going to get these on a rack. And after this, we're going to get them in the fridge and let the seasoning set up for about 30 minutes to an hour. You can roll it around the extra seasoning you get on the board. And just be generous with this because it's gonna add a lot of flavor. All right. All right, so let's get our last couple here seasoned, and then we're gonna get some foil on the top of them, which will protect the bone. We'll get them in the fridge for about 30 minutes, and we'll come back and we'll get them on the grill to smoke. Let's just get that guy seasoned here. All right, and then I just pre-cut some foil, it just makes it easier. You can rip it off, just these little squares. So take that, and we're just gonna wrap it as close to the, the skin as we can get it. We just wanna protect as much of that bone as possible. So just make them look really nice in the end. Keep the bone nice and clean. Just give you that wow factor even more. All right. get these on our tray here, and we're gonna get these in the fridge. All right, so now it's time to get these on the grill. We got our grill set to 180 degrees on super smoke. We're gonna cook these for 30 minutes, get a nice smoke on there. We're using apple pellets, so let's get these on the grill and we'll come back, we'll make the sauce and move on to our next step. All right, so our lollipops have been smoking now for 30 minutes. We're gonna head to the grill, we're gonna take them all off, and then we are going to increase temperature to 350 degrees. We'll come back here and we'll make our sauce. All right, so we got those off. We have our butter melting for our sauce and induction. I'm gonna go grab that, turn our grill up to 350. And let's just jump right into making our sauce. So we got our melted butter here. We're gonna put directly into our baking dish. We're going to add our barbecue sauce. This is a half cup of that. Eyeball it. The other cup, the rest of this we're actually gonna use and warm it up, and we're gonna dip our lollipops right into that, right on the grill, so let's make sure we keep that out. And then, I mean, you kind of go to taste on this. We just want to thin it out a little bit, add some flavor. It's not gonna be super spicy, mixed with the butter and barbecue sauce. It's really just gonna be absolutely incredibly delicious. All right. Let's just mix this up. I'm gonna use one of our brushes here. And then we're just gonna take these and we're gonna roll them all into the sauce, stand them back up. Let's get this all nice and incorporated. All right, so we got this all mixed up here, and we're gonna take these. They're not gonna be super hot. We've just been smoking them, so it should be okay to grab at this point. And we're just gonna I like to use the brush. It's not in the recipe, but I think it helps a little bit just because you kind of run out of room here when you're actually rolling them and standing them, so. All right, so we got our grill, it's coming up to 350. We're gonna get these back on there. We're gonna go for about 40 minutes until internal temperature hits 165 degrees. Get them on there. All right, so we got those on there, they're cooking away, and we're just gonna get our sauce warmed up. So we're gonna take this, let's get rid of this real quick. We're gonna take our other cup of sauce, which is, I think in measurements, it's actually the rest of the bottle, so we'll just put the rest of that in. Get that in there. And this is just kind of to taste, thin it out a little bit. All right. Give this a quick mix, swirl it around a little bit, and we'll just get this on our side burner to get this nice and warmed up. All right, so it's been about 40 minutes. Our internal temperature just hit 165, so let's get these off the grill. Those are looking beautiful. So our next step from here is we are going to preheat our grill up to 450. We got our sauce warming, like I said before, and we'll give these a dip and get them back on. So we got our grill, it's preheated 450, and we're gonna bring these back over. We're gonna use a little coffee mug you can use, makes it easier, or something with a handle. We'll get our warm sauce in that, and we'll dip them and back on the grill to let the sauce set, and then we'll be eating real soon. All right, so we're gonna let those set up for about 10 minutes just to set the sauce, make sure it's not running. We're gonna wanna bring the internal temperature up to 175. We'll get them off the grill and we'll try them out. All right, so it's been about 10 minutes. Our internal temp is at 175, so let's go get these off the grill. All right, look at these. Sauce is nice and set. So you can see why we put the foil on there. It just keeps our bone nice and clean, and this will just make it that much more of a showpiece on your table. All right, so let's try this out, see how we did. Oh man, all those flavors are so good to cook. Skin is so tender. You take them up that 175. A little extra time is just, it's so easy to bite through, so delicious, saucy, sweet, a little savory, a little spicy, and you're gonna wanna try these. So to do that, just go down below. We got the recipe down there. Make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll see you next week on Traeger Kitchen.